What's up, everyone? This is Ronnie coming to you today with a sold video, and I got somebody in the background. See him? See him? See him?
Hi!
Doing some crafts or something. I don't know what she's doing.
Getting ready for my mini gardens.
Yeah, she makes mini cards. If you don't know what it is, look it up online.
I was joking.
Because I had no idea what they were before. But anyway, we're not here to talk about mini gardens. We're here to talk about eBay solds. So we're going to talk about some items that we had sold over the last 2 weeks or so. 13 days, 12 days, something like that. I don't know. But we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. 16 items. Let's get into it. All right. First item we have here. This is a Newer Tags, Lauren by Ralph Lauren, patchwork, like plaid, madras. The model name for this is Shelter Island. It's like a blazer jacket. It's a size medium. We've had this actually a little while. We picked this up at a Goodwill. I remember picking it up. We've had this probably in like 2 years. These are from the warehouse days. I just know it. Just that it was cool. It was good to get rid of it this time of year. I thought this would have sold. We've had this well over a year, probably closer to 2. But it sold. This sold right around $52, I believe, and another 8 shipping. So it was good. Get it out. You know, sometimes some things just take a long time, and there was a few in here. Some are quick, some are long. This is a Sony DVD player. This is the 3rd one I've sold now. This is a SLV model D370p combo DVD VHS recorder. It had the remote, and a picture with the remote. I think we got somewhere around 55 on this. We actually saved some money on shipping. It kind of went somewhere locally. These have been selling pretty good for us. We get 50, 60 for these pretty easily. And I paid, what did I pay for these? 5 or 10? 5. So we paid 5. Easy. These are fairly easy to ship, tell you the truth. Just bubble wrap them. We have a big enough box, and then just pad it with a lot of filler, and we haven't had any issues. This is an item we've had a long time. We've probably had this like 3, 4 years. I just kept lowering and lowering and lowering in the price to get it out of here. It's a large Disney shirt. Probably picked this up for about $5. Mickey Mouse, Pluto, you know. There's the tag. I mean, just goes to show you not everything. It was like a corduroy. Just not everything Disney sells. Some of it will just not sell. Pluto doesn't want to come out, but Pluto's up there. There's Mickey. It was an ugly shirt. I probably should have not picked this thing up. But some Disney stuff does well. This I probably would not pick up again. I definitely would not pick it up again. This is a Burberry London men's. It's like a blue Novacek design. It was a size 2 extra large. Extra large. And somehow I'm getting a spinning beach ball. I'm going to try to change over to other pictures. There we go. There's the tag, made in USA. I paid $10 for this, I believe, or somewhere around that point. And it is sold like probably 3 weeks or so. Sold fairly quickly. I believe we got $70 for this shirt. This is a pair of vintage Brooks Brothers. These were odd ball colored. I've had these probably about 2 months in inventory. Paid $4.99 at a Salvation Army. And size 35 25 by 28. I really don't like buying anything short on the inseam under 30. It just seems like they sit a while. It was like a cream color and a purple stripe. If this was part of a two-piece suit, I would have loved to have the top to this because this probably would have been really good money. Flat front, just really nice. Older tag. You can see this tag. This really looked to not been worn. It was just really clean, clean for the color. I mean, this would have been amazing if this was like a three-piece suit. You're talking probably $300 to $500 just because of the color, because of the. It would have been nice, but it was just the pants. So what can you do? And we got about $55 on these, so it was not bad. I'll take it. 2 months. This is a Brooks Brothers trench coat. We've sold two of these style trench coats over the last. One was dark blue. This one was that typical. What is going on? Typical like khaki color or whatever you want to call it, tan, beige, whatever. Older Burberry's tag, vintage, 42 regular. Wasn't anything particular. I had the zip out lining. I don't know what we paid for this. We've had this a little while, probably over a year. It was weird that they sold within a certain period of time, and both buyers asked so many questions that I was almost ready to like just, oh boy, these are not going to work. They were both concerned about fit, both concerned about things, and they both left positive, glowing feedback. Just goes to show you, not every buyer is out to screw you if they ask questions. So I don't know what we paid for it. It sold right around $100. It stayed fairly close to us. I think it went to like Southbridge, Massachusetts, which is. We looked at a house in Southbridge. Remember the house with the barn? I didn't like the neighborhood though. The neighborhood is a little rough. Sorry if anybody lives in that area, but I didn't like that area. But nice house. Just not loving the area. This is something I came out of my own personal closet a while back. The wife made me go through some of my stuff since I have more clothing than she actually does. And I haven't worn this in a while. This was just a Reebok 3 extra large Paul Pierce jersey, white. I never liked the white. Got it. I wish it was green. It was white. Wore it maybe a few times. I think I wore it to a game. Actually, I know what I maybe wore this once or twice. I know I wore it to opening game with the Celtics when Red Auerbach passed away. They had the game. I went with my friend, and yeah, it's the last time I wore this, and they got blown out by Golden State. And Golden State was not even the good team they are now. So this sold full price, $40 for the ship. I have no idea how much I paid for this. It was probably more than 40. This is a Brooks Brothers. This is a tweed material. It was a bigger sport coat, 48 long. See the tag right here. It's older, little vintage. Had a really nice pattern here, brown check pattern, multicolored check. Really nice. I thought this would have sold a little bit faster due to the size, 48 long. This did sit a while. I got this over the summer, I believe. I thought this would have sold sometime in the fall. It sold now. It went to California, which was really odd. I mean, you think of California, you think of warm weather. You don't think of somebody wearing. It went to Palm Springs, of all places. I just weird. I don't see somebody wearing this in Palm Springs. It just seems too heavy. But it did sell. We got around, I think it was 65 or so for this, and another 10 to ship. I have no idea what I had into this. Probably regular price of a sport coat at our Goodwill, probably like $7. This was a pretty cool item. We sold this. This is a Newitt Tags Metallica shirt. Picked up 4 or 5 vintage Metallica. I think it was 4 vintage Metallica shirts. This one happened to have the tag. The other 3 actually looked in excellent condition, never worn. You could tell by the graphics on these. And just Metallica tag, made in USA. This was from 1993. There was the tag. I think I paid $10 each for these shirts. We already sold one for like 80 or something, or 70, 60. I don't remember. No, it was like 50. But we already made back most of the money on these shirts. This one sold for, I think I took an offer on this one like 110 or something like that. But it sold, and if you ever watched the movie, what was that movie? Jumanji. If you watch Jumanji, the new Jumanji, not the old Jumanji, which, and near the end of the movie, when they get back out of the game, they're walking up to the guy, the pilot, and he's wearing this exact shirt. If you remember, if you've seen that video, and you'll see that shirt. So that was pretty cool. Don't think I could have asked much more for it because they're not selling for quite that high. But I haven't looked either, and I listed this before the movie, so who knows? This was some ink I picked up. Love picking up ink. Or this is toner, actually. This was a twin pack 53X, a little older packaging from Hewlett Packard. And I paid $10 for this. I didn't even bother to look it up when I was in the store. I knew it would be in a twin pack, knew it would be in toner. That I was definitely going to make some money on it. I didn't know exactly how much. I priced it up because of it being I seen like one package was going for like 50 with free shipping, 45 with free shipping. So I put the two up for 100. I didn't want to do free shipping. I wanted to get something more out of shipping on this, just in case it was going to West Coast, because it is a little bit on the bigger side, as you see. It's a twin pack. This actually did go out west, unfortunately. It went to Utah to someone that rebuys, but it is sold. I literally pressed enter, walked away to get water, came back on my desk to continue listing, and I got a notification that it sold. And I was just like, oh wow, that sold literally like within seconds. And hey, you love those sales. Get money in, get money out. Turn 10 into $110 shipped. Hell yeah, I'll take it all day long. This is a pair of, I found these on a half off day of all places in the Savers. Went to the Savers like at the end of a half off day. And I wound up finding a pair of these J. Crew, a pair of Churches, and a pair of Mephisio men's shoes. It was really weird, random, because it's half off day. I wasn't expecting to find anything. Just went there to make the wife happy. This was probably about a month ago. One of their random half off days that they have, and picked up these. These were J. Crew, McAllister, suede, Chukka, desert boot. They were made in England. Really nice quality. I picked them up. I knew I think they were like $8 or so. So you got them half off. They were like $4. This style of boot actually does fairly well for us. Dress boots in general do well. And I know Alden's make some boots for J. Crew. We've sold some of those in the past. They went for big money. This is different. This is not made by Alden. So this sold for right around $45. So it was 5 and 4, 5 into 45. I'll take it. I'm happy with it. Nice sale. This was, oh, here we go. This was a Canali suit, 50 long, a little bit bigger on the side. Love the bigger stuff. It seems to have less competition. Right there tells you the size of the waist, 42. Right there's jacket size, 60 European, which is like 50 US. L is for long, 7 is drop, but that drop doesn't actually make up. That should be a drop 8. Usually the drop is the difference between the size of the jacket and the size of the waist in inches. I've had this, look at the inventory number. We probably had this about 6 months. It's been on our inventory for a little while. That's it. Picked it up. I know I picked this up over the summer. I just don't remember over late summer with some other stuff that we've already sold. I probably paid $10 to $15 for this, and I think we got around 220 for this. 225. I think it was 225. So that was a really good sale. I'm happy with that. Canali stuff. Some of it moves fast, some of it moves slow. The brown tag is a little more recent. The blue's a little bit older, and that's it. Pinstripe, just your regular typical suit. Just seems like Canali stuff's been moving slower. I don't really pick up the sport coats anymore. I don't pick up the shirts anymore, really. Pants I'll pick up occasionally and stuff like that. There's certain things, certain brands you just got to stay away from. It just seems like the used market in them is just not there. This is a Gina Versace. Picked this up probably 4 or 5 months ago. It was like a brown linen silk blend jacket, 40 regular, kind of a little on the small side. It was just unique and different enough to pick it up. It probably went to a suit. Had peak lapels, but it was a 2-button, and it just had different materials. And this was cheap. I think I got this at a Savers for like $4 or something. It was really cheap, and I just was like, I can't leave this behind. There's the different tags. It was of a linen, wool, and silk blend. And we've had this probably for about 4 or 5 months, like I've said. And you watched our haul video a few weeks ago. I had these. These sold fairly recently. Just listed these. These sold within 2 days. In Content, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Men's dress pants. These sell usually fairly regularly. I believe these are made by Zegna, or they possibly make Zegna's pants. One of the two. Here you go. 100% wool. Pretty decent size. 36 by 31. A bunch of other things over here. You know, just typical pair of pants. I picked these up on a half off day. I got this and another pair that I just listed today, and they ran me half price of whatever pants are. $3, $3.50, somewhere in there. And here was another sale right here, staying with the Chukka ankle boot kind of thing. Picked these up. These sold for $108 shipping. They do have some, I don't know what it is, dirt marks. I could have probably took a little bit of time with a toothbrush, and I believe they say olive oil and made them look a little bit better. But you know what? I just list things, get them up, get them out. This is a pair of Forsters and Son. The motto was Studley. I looked online, looked them up. These retail for about $600 retail. They were pretty good condition. So I got these at one of my small little thrift stores. I think it was around $5 or so I paid for these. 5 or 6, somewhere in that range. But that's it. Nothing really all that crazy, just some decent sales. Had a lot of small sales auctioned off. I don't know, I think we auctioned off like 100. We actually had about 130 auctions sold over the last week, trying to just get some transactions to get the defect rate down. So that's about it. Trying to do that lately. And a lot of it was old inventory. I was happy to get rid of it, but not really making much money on that. None of them really actually had that much action. A few shirts did, a few jackets, but it was just trying to move stuff. Just happy to move it on out the door. It was that or donate it. I'd rather get the transaction and rather get the feedback for a little bit of time, because I already got the pictures. Might as well just list it and turn it into auction. But see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys. Have a good day.